First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to this website right here.
If you're not a victim of fraud, should you be doing the identity theft credit sweep?
Use this to remove anything off your credit.
You know, doing a police report, the affidavit, the FTC complaint, the CFPB complaint. We're going to answer that question because we headed over to the police station to get the final answer yesterday. Hey, can I just ask you a question? One of my subscribers sent me a video and I'm going to share it with you. I've hit in his face very simply because my issue isn't with him. It's with the message. And I'm not going to say he's misinforming people because maybe he's been misinformed.
Use this to remove anything off your credit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to this website right here, our affidavit. Fill out your FTC report so that way you can get your affidavit, right? After you finish this, the next thing we're going to do is use this exact letter right here. You're going to fill out your information, plug all your information in, right? Use this exact letter and use all the laws in this letter, right? We're going to take this letter, take your FTC affidavit, take your dispute letter that we created that you used from the template that I gave you before the last slide. We're going to go to the CFPB and we're going to submit that letter, that affidavit, along with our ID, our social, and proof of address, and watch the magic happen. And that's how you get anything deleted off your credit report.
Yeah, if you lie, if you want to know.
Hey, can I just ask you a question? I bought a like a do-it-yourself credit type thing online, you know, to remove like inaccurate stuff like collections, late payments, whatever. It basically says, oh, you have to do an affidavit and do the FTC complaint online and whatnot. And I was like, wait a second, if you're not a victim of identity theft, which I'm not, wouldn't it, I mean, isn't that a crime to fill out this form?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking if you're not a victim of identity theft and then you fill this out claiming that you are, that to me is
Probably
falsifying a record.
Falsifying documentation.
And it probably says it at the bottom of this page, that inaccuracies.
So I was like, something doesn't sit right with me. And the only answer that they would give me when I reached out to the company was, well, you know, they don't investigate it that far. I'm like, that doesn't matter if they don't investigate it that far. Is it a crime?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't answer me. So, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, I wasn't going to be committing a crime. That was it.
You should be very careful.
I will not be utilizing this process. Well, I'll look into a totally different method. I appreciate you taking your time to answer that question.
No problem. And, you know, maybe call the police department, or you can even call the DA's office.
Thank you so much for
You're
that
welcome.
information. Now you know the truth. That if you're not a victim of identity theft, you should definitely not be claiming to be so, doing a false police report, submitting a false affidavit, committing perjury, and then going even a step further with the CFPB and the FTC. These are government agencies, and you can be convicted of fraud. So is it okay to do the identity theft method if you're not a victim of identity theft? No. Is it illegal? Yes. Should you be doing CPNs and looking for a shortcut? No. Maybe, hopefully, this will prevent this false information from getting out there. And we're all looking for shortcuts. I get it, but not when it comes to the most important thing to have, your credit. This isn't something where you should be saying, I need to get my shit together, but I need the fastest route to get there. Now, this is about putting out the wrong message to the public that even though you've been a law-abiding citizen your entire life, for the most part, right, that the answer to fixing your credit is to commit perjury and file a false police report.